It's nearly spring here at the Pioneer home, and it's quite exciting. So many things to do, so many things to look forward to. So today I wanted to take you on a very relaxed, slow-paced day of homemaking. We're going to be doing a little bit of everything today. We're going to be in the kitchen quite a bit, sharing with you a granola recipe this morning. And then we're going to move on to processing our raw cow's milk and making some butter. We're going to be tapping some black walnut trees and organizing some garden seeds and dreaming of the beautiful garden that we're going to have this summer. So I want you to just lay back, relax, enjoy this simple moment, and I hope that it's inspiring for you. So this is a very simple recipe for granola. You just need to remember a few ingredients. So it's 4 cups of oats, a half a cup of coconut oil, and a half a cup of honey. This is the base of the recipe. And I am scraping out the bottom of the last of my Wyoming honey. I'm so sad to see it go. I'm going to have to find a new source for honey out here in the Midwest. I just kind of eyeball the honey and the coconut, and then I melt them together. And if I need to add one or the other a little bit more, I do. At this beginning phase, go ahead and add any raw nuts or seeds or coconut that you're going to be using. It's better if it's raw because you're going to bake this. Give it a good mix and put it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 to 20 minutes, mixing it, stirring it occasionally, and making sure it doesn't burn. While our granola is baking, we're going to separate the cream off of our milk. We have recently been sourcing raw cow's milk from an Amish farm close by. Yeah.
And did you know that we get basically $20 worth of cream?
So every week we do many things with this 4 gallons of milk. One of the things is that we separate the cream from the milk, and we've been making our own butter every week. And if I want to save some of the cream for a recipe or for whipping up for dessert, I do that as well. But I have really enjoyed having some fresh butter in the fridge. About 8 cups of this milk will go to making some yogurt that I make once a week. I have a video on how to make yogurt in your Instapot, and I'll put that link down in the description box. I like to freeze most of the milk when it's at its freshest. And one thing about raw cow's milk is that it goes bad much quicker than store-bought milk. And so you need to either use it or freeze it or decide what you're going to do with it. But it tastes so good. Now that our granola is out of the oven, I'm going to add some white chocolate chips and some cranberries and some chia seeds. And I just like to let it sit for a few minutes, and the white chocolate melts into the granola just a little bit. With striving to live more simply and more self-sufficiently, there definitely are a lot more little things to do, many more things that you make from scratch, a lot more chores to do around the property. But one thing that I have noticed is that it brings us together. It brings the people in this home in. And it really requires that we all pitch in and that we work together. And that's one beautiful thing that I'm loving about this life that we're creating here together. Another thing that I've also been pondering about this week is that homemaking is like a dance. Sometimes it's fast and sometimes it's slow. Sometimes it's rigorous and exhausting and upbeat. And other times it's mundane and step by step. You could almost fall asleep while you're doing it. Earlier this week, I was ambitious, very ambitious, and organized my kids' rooms and did a deep, deep clean. And so today I just really felt the need to take it slower and just to enjoy the process. And being pregnant really has reminded me of the fact that I do need to rest and I need to take those moments. So I've been making myself actually lay down, have a quiet time, let my body rest, let my mind rest before I can get back up and move on with my work. I tend to be a little bit of a workaholic, so this is something that I've been trying to work at. So it's been a really relaxed homemaking day, which is so nice. Sometimes you just need to stay home, putter around the house, get a few things done, and take it easy, and it feels really good. You know, it ebbs and flows. We have some days where we're working really, really hard and taking on big projects, and other times it's just puttering, and it's nice. So we're gonna go work outside. The kids are gonna be home very soon, and then we have some fun family things tonight, so I don't have to make dinner, which is great. Can you guess what Jared is doing here to this black walnut tree? Earlier this year, we harvested a bunch of black walnuts, and now we are harvesting black walnut syrup. So this is definitely an experiment, something we've never done before. What is an experiment? I guess what haven't we done before? This is all new, but this has been pretty exciting. And we're just getting it at the tail end of the season. I think February would have been the best time. You really want to tap into these trees right after the weather has been really, really cold, and then it comes to a warmer temperature. And so there's just this sweet spot between cold and warm when that tree really lets go of its sap. While Jared's been trying to conquer the art of syrup making, I'm in here organizing and playing with my new bundle of seeds. I'm really, really excited about this. What really made the seed company stand out above the rest for me was that their mission is to help you be more self-reliant. So these are all heirloom seeds, and their point is to educate you on how to store your own seeds and how to harvest seeds from these plants that you're growing. so that you don't have to go year after year after year back to buying seeds, but to teach you how to harvest your own. So I thought that was pretty amazing. And so I ordered their farmer's pack, and it came with 100 different seed packets that would be best suited for a small farmer. And they were all under $1, which really honestly is the best price that you really can find out there. So really good quality heirloom seeds for under $1. I don't really think you can beat that. And plus, it just took the guesswork out of choosing seeds for our home. A lot of these seeds are also really good for storage, for a homesteader who's planning on preserving the fruits of their labor or putting it into a cold cellar. And that was exactly what I was looking for, especially this pumpkin variety, which is perfect for storage and baking and all those things that I am looking to do. So I just had a really good time organizing these seeds, really putting them into their categories in these little plastic baggies and putting them back in my container. And I can't wait to put them into the ground. It might be a little premature for my gardening hat, but we're excited to go outside and see what's blooming out there. I have all these seeds. We have lots and lots of flower seeds, and most of them you have to sow outside after the last frost date, and we're definitely not there yet, but who knows, maybe I'll start some indoors. But I think I'm gonna go clear out a gardening bed in preparation and just see what's blooming out there. It's our first spring in this house, and who knows what's gonna be popping out of the ground around here. So if you are on the lookout for some good seeds, I will put a link down below for the Survival Garden seeds, so that you can follow that and go pick up some seeds of your own. Another thing I'm so excited about is planting an herb garden and trying out some medicinal herbs. If there are any people here who are familiar with medicinal herbs or planting for those purposes, please put down in the comments below. I would love to know more about that. So it's the end of the day, got the kids in bed. I've got some tea sitting here for me. It's a bedtime blend. And I just wanted to show you guys what we're doing with the syrup that we tapped from our trees. So this year we've been really experimenting with tapping black walnut trees and making our own syrups. So here's our syrup. We have strained it and put it in here to boil, and we just boil it until it boils down to the consistency, the thickness that we're looking for, more of a syrup consistency. And it has a really nice, fresh, I don't know how else to say it other than just a really fresh, sweet flavor. It's not overly sweet. We are surrounded by black walnut trees, so the idea of being able to make our own black walnut syrup is pretty fantastic. We are going to need a lot more sap to make a lot more syrup, but this is an ongoing project, and we're probably going to get a little bit more sap out of the trees this year. We're having some really cold weather at the end of this week, and so we're going to give that a go again, but next year we're going to get them, guys. Let's chat down in the comments down below. What are your thoughts about butter making, cheese making, making your own maple syrup, gardening? Let me know what your thoughts are. And whatever phase you are in on your homemaking journey, on your self-sufficient journey, I hope that somehow you had some inspiration today to just keep moving forward, enjoying the simple things, keep growing, keep learning, and I'll catch you next time. Love you lots.